G'day guys and welcome to Aussie English. My objective here is to teach you guys the English spoken down under. So whether you want to speak like a fair dinkum Aussie, or you just want to understand what the flippin' hell we're on about when we're having a yarn, you've come to the right place. So sit back, grab a cuppa and enjoy Aussie English. G'day guys, I hope you've been well. I hope you're kicking goals in life and achieving everything that you guys desire and deserve. I've been working hard this week. Anyway, before we get into that, welcome to the Aussie English podcast. If it's your first time, this is the #1 podcast for learning Australian English, for learning to understand Australian English as well as learning how to use Australian English. So I'm all about equipping you guys with English weapons, Australian English accent weapons, we could say, in order to better equip you to tackle the challenge that is understanding and speaking Australian English. Anyway, let's dive into the episode as usual, guys. Today's expression is going to be the best of both worlds. We'll get into that in a bit. But first, I thought I would chat to you guys about my week. So I guess, to get started, I'm under the weather. I'm feeling under the weather, or I am a little under the weather. I've been sick for the last few days. And it's one of those things that I feel like as soon as I realize that I haven't been sick for a long time, I jinx it by thinking about it. It's kind of like, as soon as you think about not wanting something to happen or wanting for something to not happen, it tends to happen. And that has happened with me this time. I thought, oh man, I haven't been sick all year. How lucky is that? I'm going to get through all of winter without feeling sick, without getting a cold, without getting the flu. And the moment that I thought that, this week, I got sick. So I went to the gym and did legs. I worked on my legs. I did some squats and some deadlifts. And I think that's one of those things that knocks you around a little bit. Your body has to kind of focus on healing your muscles when you go to the gym, and especially when you do legs and you're working the strongest part of your body has to heal that. And so any virus that gets into your system can take hold more easily. So talk about frustrating. I've had the sneezes, I've been sneezing, I've been coughing, it's been really annoying, I've been quite congested, but I'm still working hard and staying motivated. Today I have recorded a bunch of new One Simple Tip to Sound Australian episodes, so I'm going to put them up when I can, guys. I hope you haven't been getting too overwhelmed with all of the new content that I've been putting out. I've tried to be as productive as possible for you guys and to keep giving you smaller, more interesting and just different episodes to play with, to listen to and to think about on the podcast as well as on the YouTube channel. So I'm trying to do one per day. Anyway, without any further ado, guys, let's get into today's episode and let's learn what the best of both worlds means. So today's expression, guys, is the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds. As usual, let's dive in and define the words in the expression, the best of both worlds. So the best is the greatest. It's the opposite of the worst. So you might have the best dad in the world, you might be the best player on a team. In class, you might have the best answer of all the other students, the best. The greatest, or the opposite of the worst, the best. The word both, I'm sure you guys know what both is. It's two things. It's when there are two things and you have both of them, or you're talking about the two things, you're talking about both of them. So if there are two kids outside, you could say both of my children are outside, and the children could say both my parents are inside. So it's the idea of two things, two things. Worlds, literally a world is a planet, a place with water, with life, with rocks, with plants, with animals. That is a world, the whole place, the whole planet.
Figuratively, though, it's aspects of something. So, for instance, my world, Pete's world, is the world that I experience as a human being. So it is the place that I live, it's the people I know, it's the things that I do, it's everything that is involved in the experience that it is to be me. That is my world. You could say that Chinese culture is a different world. So it's not what I'm used to. It's a different experience. It's a different world. And you could say that going into the forest is a different world. So because I'm not used to living in that environment, because it's a completely different experience from what I'm used to, I could say that if I go into a really cool tropical rainforest, it's a totally different world from, say, living in Melbourne in Victoria. So as usual, let's go through and define the expression, the best of both worlds. So the best of both worlds, if you have the best of both worlds, you get to see the best of both worlds. It means that it's a win-win situation. So a situation in which one gets the advantages of two different things, of two contrasting things, but to get both of them at the same time. So, for example, and we'll go through these examples as usual, guys. Number one, for example, imagine that you love your job, but you also want to retire. So you also want to stop working. You've gotten to the age of about 65, maybe 70 years old. It's time to retire, but you do absolutely love your job. When you do retire, your job allows you to keep volunteering. So it allows you to keep coming to work. It allows you to keep being involved. If you get to retire, but you still get to work where you work at your job, you could say that you get the best of both worlds. So you get to do both things. You get to retire, but you also get to work. Example number two, imagine that you attend lectures at a university and you're in a class that is incredibly interesting to you, but for example, if you're doing a master's degree or a PhD, you might be going to the class to learn, but you don't actually have to do the exams. So you're not getting marked on the results of the class that you're doing. You don't have to worry about the assessments, the assignments. You just get to go and learn and then apply what you learn in the class to your project that you're doing outside of that class. So if you get to go to the class, but you don't have to worry about studying for these exams, and you don't have to worry about passing the exams, you could say you get the best of both worlds. You get the best of both worlds because you get to go to the class and enjoy the material, and you also don't have to worry, you don't have to stress, you don't have to freak out about exams, about assignments. So you get those two things, you get both those things, and they're good. They're the best options, the best of both worlds. Example number three, imagine that someone invents a junk food that tastes exactly like a chocolate bar or an ice cream or a bag of salt and vinegar chips. I love salt and vinegar chips. So imagine that someone invents this junk food, but it has no sugar, it has no fat, there's 0 calories. So it's healthy. When you eat this thing, or at the very least, it's not necessarily healthy, but it's not bad for you, right? So imagine someone's created this junk food that tastes like normal junk food, but it's nowhere near as bad for you. You could say it's the best of both worlds. So it tastes amazing, and it's not bad for you. It's the best of both worlds. So as usual, guys, let's go through a listen and repeat exercise where you guys get to practice your pronunciation and practice sounding just like a native English speaker, just like me. So listen and repeat after me, guys. Let's go. The best of. The best of. The best of. The best of. Both worlds. Both worlds. Both worlds. both worlds. The best of 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 both worlds. Good job, guys. Good job. As usual, let's have a little discussion about the pronunciation and connected speech aspects of this expression, of this phrase, of this sentence that we just went through. So the main thing that I want you to take away today is the fact that the word of often gets converted into just an sound when it's sitting between two words like that. So for example, if I was to say the best of both worlds, but incredibly quickly and like a native, I would say the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds. The best of both worlds. So the of turns into just an or an sound that links best of both. Best of both. This happens all over the place, guys. You're going to hear it with couple of, coupler. You're going to hear it when people say lots of, lotsa. Heaps of, heapsa. Pair of, pairer. Or heard of, herder. So this is something that native speakers everywhere in the English-speaking world will do with the word of. Let's just practice the best of both worlds 5 times, guys, and give you a chance to practice your pronunciation and convert of into an or sound. Let's go. The best of both worlds. 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 Good job, guys. Good job. Keep at it. Keep listening to these episodes. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Learn all the vocab in them and practice your pronunciation. And sooner rather than later, you're going to sound a lot more like a native speaker. As usual, I want to quickly mention that I have the Aussie English Supporter Pack on the website where you can sign up to be a member. You can try it for $1. This is where you get access to all of the bonus content that I create, MP3s. I give you the bonus PDF with the transcript of this episode with all of the complicated vocabulary explained and the exercises. The MP3s have things like phrasal verb substitution exercises to teach you to use phrasal verbs just like a native. We go through the pronunciation and connected speech aspect of each episode in much more depth, with specific examples and listen and repeat exercises to practice your pronunciation. And then we also have grammar and slang exercises. So the main idea behind the supporter pack when you sign up to be a member is to teach you to speak Australian English and English more generally even quicker so that you sound like a native. That is my aim. That is the aim with the membership online. It's to give you access to bonus content for people who study hard and want to learn even faster to sound just like me. Aside from that, guys, I also have a Patreon page, and the Patreon page is a place where you guys can sign up to become a patron. And a patron is someone who supports something, someone who donates money in order to support a cause. And in this case, the cause is Aussie English. So if you guys like Aussie English and you want to support me and what I do and continue to allow me to keep creating this sort of content, you can sign up to be a patron on the page. I'll link it below. And you can donate anything from a single dollar, $1 per month. You can donate more money. It's totally up to you guys, but all of that money goes directly to me to help me create the podcast. So to keep creating videos, to keep creating podcast episodes, and help you guys to learn Australian English. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being a part of the Aussie English community. I really appreciate you guys and love interacting with you. If you need anything, if you just want to say good day, always jump on Facebook or YouTube and leave me a comment or send me a message. Until next time, guys, I hope you have a killer week. I hope you have an awesome week. I'll chat to you soon. See ya.